Alright, this is Ollie, aka the English Monkey, and this is my first video of me having a ride around Qingyi, where I live. Right in front of you, you can see the Airport Express and MTR stations. Alright, so Qingyi is an island, if you didn't know, equidistant between Hong Kong Island and the airport on Lantau, 50 minutes each way by the MTR or Airport Express. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we're going to be riding around Qingyi in an anti-clockwise direction. By the way, this is all reclaimed land actually. So 30 years ago, this was the sea, believe it or not. And actually, just over there, you see the distance to the buildings there, some like apartments. That's where I live, Villa Esplanade. Yeah, and that was on an island called Nai Ying Chao Island. Used to be an oil depot. In fact, we'll just have a little ride around there. Right, so yeah, just over there is where I live actually. It's the last tower of Villa Esplanade, which used to be an oil depot, I said underneath, but they've got rid of that now. That was in the 1990s, they got rid of that and they joined that island to here, Qingyi. This is all reclaimed land, as I said. Yeah, that's the road up there going towards Chunwan. And we're going to take a right and have a look around to the sea. This is Maritime Square Shopping Centre here as well. It's built above and beside the MTR station, quite convenient. Okay, so we're going to go right around, take a look at the sea. Okay. So the sea's straight ahead of us. So this up here with the original island, Nai Ying Chao Island. But now no more, of course. You can see the bridge over to Chunwan there, and there's just a glimpse of the sea perhaps if you go around. Yeah, there's a nice walkway along the waterfront here where people jog. It's spring, lots of nice blossom. Okay, remember, go, this is Maritime Square here, the shopping mall's up there. Lots of minibuses go from here. There's a minibus station down there. Pretty convenient transport interchange, I suppose. Qingyi is a bit different to the rest of Hong Kong. Really, everything takes place in the malls. Really, the shopping is all in the malls or markets and malls. I'm actually going down the minibus place here, which is probably a bit wrong. I'll be in trouble. Have a go. Seems alright. What's going on up there? Seems a bit noisy. So yeah, that ahead is Villa Esplanade, where I've lived for the past 12 years in various different apartments. And up there is Chung On Estate, Chung Fat Estate over there. Actually, many years ago, that was actually a typhoon shelter around there, around the side of Qingyi. Yeah, back, well now, I mean, now Qingyi is like 200,000 people, but back then, before it was connected by bridges to the rest of Kowloon, it was a tiny little insignificant fishing place really, of just like 3,000 or 4,000 people, up until the 70s when they built the first bridge. So yeah, there's a typhoon shelter around this area here, and that was where an old market was, and now there's a new indoor market there in that estate. It's a bit different from other places in Hong Kong, really, Qingyi. You don't get as much hustle and bustle on the street. There's more of these just like big roads. You could say it's really like a suburb, to be honest. A suburb of Kowloon. Yeah, it's interesting in its own way. Believe it or not, there are actually a few hikes on Qingyi. A nature trail, you can get good views. of Chunwan and the bridge as well. The west part of Qingyi we're heading to now is actually quite an industrial area. We're going to see a lot of oil depots, factories, container ports, small one that has boats going up to China, the Pearl River, barges and stuff, and then eventually we'll see the main container port, which is part of Hong Kong's international container port as well, and Qingyi is part of that. So yeah, up here we've got the Qingyi Nature Trail there. It's a nice walk, about an hour or so. See lots of views of north part of Qingyi and the bridges and everything, and especially nice at sunset. There it is, Qingyi Nature Trails, as you can see right there. Okay, but today we're just going straight on to the industrial part of Qingyi. And just ahead you can see one of the mountains. They're called one of the three incense sticks of Qingyi. We stick out overlooking the south. Great views of Hong Kong Island. In fact, I've taken many nice photos down there. This is an oil depot. Down there you can see the Qinghua Bridge way over there. Qinghua Bridge over there. Okay, so we're now heading down the industrial side, the west side of Qingyi. I think it's 50 around here, but you know, it's a bit odd. It's like a dual carriageway, so people assume it's faster, perhaps. Okay, there's some nice blossom there. You can see it's an industrial area, lots of heavy trucks, dirty, smelly around here. Okay. So like I said there, this is all reclaimed, all the edges of Qingyi are reclaimed here. Just around here somewhere there's an abandoned paint factory. I often like to check out abandoned places. Oh, there's the abandoned paint factory there. What a big place actually. Look in there one day. And that's the south end of Qingyi there. There's a bird up there, a kite. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, the big oil depot here again. Really industrial. You've really got to watch out here with these trucks riding a motorcycle. Because as I said, they're liable to just pull out without looking. So yeah, these are big logistics buildings, huge warehouses, and some of them trucks can drive right around to the top. But I've got a picture of that I can share with you as well. Why not now? I took all these pictures at night from the tallest incense stick mountain in Qingyi towards the actual international container port now, starting here. Actually some of it was changed or repurposed as a COVID isolation camp, but barely used. There's the port there, and the COVID place is just in there. So people were living in there. Over there we've got the Rambler Hotel, which is like a hotel thing, it's not a problem. So we're heading towards the Airport Express station again, which is the main part of Qingyi. Yeah, as I say, this part of Qingyi before, on the left, would be the coastline. There's not much here. There's a lime kiln, apparently. Yeah, so there's really not much left of old Qingyi, I think. Yeah, there are a few temples, but actually they were moved when the land was reclaimed. Apparently, so they used to be dotted along the coast. The oldest building, I believe, in Qingyi is the Rural Committee building from the 1950s. So we're coming back now to the residential area of Qingyi. You can see in front. Typically 40 to 45-story buildings, apartment buildings that people live in. There's the police station down there. And there's another fire station. And a few more people on the street down here, walking towards the market and the library and the 2 sports centres which are down there. Up to the left, that road just goes past some more public housing estates, and there's also a southwest sports centre there with an indoor pool. Chinyi main pool is up by the coast. Got some good slides, although since COVID they've been closed pretty much, due to like overcrowding concerns and lack of staff as well, I think. Okay, so we're just going to head back now to the Maritime Square area where I'll park the scooter, and that'll be the end of my first video, I think. Okay, so down here on the left are the old temples that I said were moved, apparently, in like the 70s, I believe so. Away we go, here are the temples. Alright, so we're now heading past the old market area. This was like the town square of Chinyi here before. Market in there. It's a wet market, as you can see. Fish, meat, etc. Yeah, this is a municipal services building, so you've got the sports centre in there, and you've got a library in there as well. Chinyi Market. Okay, so you see the streets are a bit busier around here. You've got a private estate there with some shops underneath, and Maritime Square is over there in front, and here is the sports centre, sports ground. There's a football team there, Chinyi Football Club, and the swimming pool is over there. 50-metre outdoor pool that will open when the weather's a bit warmer. Okay, and now we're coming back towards the Airport Express station and the car park. Sure, the parking for the Airport Express station just there, and the MTI is just up there. Okay. That's an old village there, St Paul's Village. Oh, I say old. We're talking like the 60s, 70s. I get it, it's people who resettled from other parts of Hong Kong. Okay, so here we are, back at the car park. I hope you enjoyed that little scooter on Chinyi. This is Ollie, aka English Monkey. Have a good day. See ya.